Hey guys, good morning. Brian here. It is pitch black. We are down on the river and I am fishing. I was drinking some coffee and having some quiet time, and I decided to just throw a line out there, and I got a fish on. So I thought I'd hit record. I know it's black, so I'm gonna narrate for you a little bit. You can hear a bell in the background. I hooked a bell on the tip of my rod, so if a fish ever picks it up, you can hear it because it's dark. I do have a headlamp on, but it's still dark. Looks like we got a good looking fish on right there. All right, I'm gonna hit pause on this because I got to walk down there towards the edge of the water. I don't want to drop my phone, and then after I get him in there, I'll come back and tell you what we got. That is a big old nice fat. That may be one of the bigger channel cats I've ever caught here. That's my alarm. That's my alarm. It's 5:30. That's when I normally get up. You can hear my alarm going off here telling me to get up. I actually got up. Oh, fish trying to get away from me. I actually got up at 4:30 this morning. Not 5:30, so I've been up for an hour and my alarm's getting ready to go off. Let's see if that guy's nice. I fished all day yesterday. Didn't get a bite. These circle hooks are awesome. They're also hard to get out. My guess is you can't see hardly anything because it's dark out here. Let me see if I can show you one more time. There he is. Pretty. I think I'm gonna keep him. I kept one not yesterday, 2 days ago, and ate him, and he was amazing. A little butter. Ew, and every time I do that, it's him flopping. I'm almost dropping him. All right, I'm gonna put him on a stringer. Let me hit pause on this. I'm gonna put him on the stringer, and I'll be right back. All right, so fish on the stringer, and I got a miss. Smell like fish slime, which I'm happy for it. So I don't know if you can see it. Let me show you around just a little bit. I'm sitting in an Adirondack down by the river. These are bells I got at Hobby Lobby, and I zip tied them to a clothespin. Clipped that right on the tip of my rod, and you know when a fish bites it, it starts jingling that a little bit. I got my journal down there. I got up this morning early to start my quiet time and couldn't find my journal, and then I thought, you know what? I bet it's down at the river, which is why I walked down here in the dark anyway. And then I said, well, shoot, I'll just stay down here and have some quiet time this morning down here and throw a line out while we do that. So I think I'm gonna head out now. I'm gonna take this fish up, get him on ice, and then I will get back to you guys later. I do want to finish this video. I've already had a couple of good insights this morning in this morning's journal that I look forward to sharing with you. I'll see you guys here in a minute. Breathing heavy, walking up the hill from the river, almost back up to the house, and wanted to share one insight with you. When you're in a spot, in your quiet time, in your prayer chair, your prayer closet, lights are off, nobody's up, it's easier to hear him because there's less / no distractions. And then God gave me an analogy or a picture. So when I hear him, just like a little imagination thing will pop up in my head. And it was a picture of my grandson, my 3-year-old grandson, asking his mom for something. And mom was having a difficult time paying attention to him because there was other kids fighting, breaking stuff on the other side of the room. It's difficult to hear him when you're distracted by some other stuff that's going on. And God said, I'm not like that. There's 8 billion people on the earth, and he can pay attention perfectly to each one at the exact same time. So he is omnipresent. He is not limited by time or space and can pay attention to each one of us. So just I don't know. I'm thankful for that he's big enough. He's big enough to do that. We, on the other hand, are not. We cannot pay attention to voices if there's a bunch of stuff going on around us. So I was down there writing in my journal, paying attention, having a conversation with God, and got distracted. Now, it was a good distraction, but nonetheless, it was a distraction that disrupted that conversation. And I'm not God. I can't multitask. So the conversation ended. And now here we are. I don't know, to some degree, the distraction is over. And I'm picking the conversation back up again. So I guess the point of that is just be aware that it's hard to hear him if there's a lot going on around you. So I encourage you to do stuff with him. Take him to the river, take him to work, take him to the basketball court, whatever your hobby is, take him to the gym, 100%. But as far as actually having a back and forth conversation with him, that's going to be very difficult to do when you're out and about doing life. So in order to have that conversation, which I encourage you to work on that, to practice it, as we talked about in yesterday's video, that takes practice. But in order to do that, you're going to have to get quiet, which is one of the reasons, now that I'm aware of that, one, and two, enjoy that, why I got up at 4:30 this morning, 4:27 on my watch, because I knew, man, I got an hour and a half to 2 hours where nobody else is going to be up in the house. And it's just me and you, God. And I like that. So I'm on my 3rd cup of coffee. I've walked down to the river. I've done some stuff, but just enjoyed my quiet time and my fellowship time with God this morning, and wanted, I guess, that may be it. Short video. I'm glad you guys checked in for another one. Sorry for the, I know you can't see anything. It's still dark out, but we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.